I have a very fun new pin storage item to be able to check out and try today. This here is the Shark Tank from Kraken Trade, and it's a super cool pin binder to be able to easily store and display your pins. Alex, who's just got pinned on Instagram, was nice enough to meet up with me in downtown Disney when I was out in Disneyland and give me one of these Shark Tanks to try out. So this Shark Tank is a far superior solution to the authentic Disney Parks trading bags that they sell. This is just the small version, but they do have a regular version kind of more like in this size. And these are probably about the worst way to store your pins, especially your trading pins. But if you're just getting into pins, you're probably just going to find the Disney official stuff, and they really are so bothersome to use. So with the Disney bags, they have these Velcro pouches where you stick the pins in and then you have to attach the pin back to the back. So you can imagine if you have a pretty big page, you have to stick your hand in there, get the back on. I would always just poke myself with a pin back. And then people kind of had a hack for this is using some corrugated plastic. You can slide the corrugated plastic inside the sleeve, and that way it'll kind of serve more as a pin board where you can take pins on and off without dealing with the backs. But corrugated plastic really is just a little bit too firm for pin posts. It holds on a bit too well. Cardboard is too thin and too soft, and cork just kind of disintegrates. So the options that Disney offers really just don't work for pin traders and pin collectors. So with a Shark Tank here, it's a super easy system where you can just stick the pins in and you don't have to worry about any pin backs. The front here has a clear opening so that you can actually use it to be able to display some pins. It has a strap holder on here, and then it also comes with an over-the-shoulder strap so you can easily kind of carry it around like so. And so if you're carrying it with a shoulder strap, you can kind of display your pins this way, or if you just want to use it kind of more for storage, you can also make the display vertical. So this is by far the highest quality pin book I've ever come across. Every part about it is such high quality and so well done, from the straps to the stitching to the zipper. Which, speaking of the zipper, we can open it up and show the inside. So the inside essentially is like a 3-ring binder, and there's 3 of the pin sheets in here, what you stick the pins into. So like this, there's a pin I got from Disneyland, and you can easily just stick it in, and then your pin is all set and good. I would say that this material feels a bit firmer than what's used in the pin folios. I'd say it kind of has the holding power of a nice firm corkboard, but it's not going to do any of the type of damage that a firm corkboard could do to a pin post. The pins come out super nice and easily. So you can display pins on both sides of the sheet. You can fit quite a lot on there. And then as the dividers, so that pins on both sides aren't kind of clinging and touching each other, there's these zippered pouches. So there's 2 individual slots here, and I think that this would work great if you're storing something like backer cards. You could put pin backs in there. And how I would probably use this is that I have some pins that are on backer cards and in their plastic wrapping, and I kind of want to keep it that way. I don't really like it when the posts are poked through the plastic wrap. So I think that this would be perfect to be able to put those pins that are in that plastic wrap. You can put them in here so that you can keep them in the pin book and they're totally protected. And so personally, that's how I would probably use these center dividers. So in total, there are 3 of these pin pages and then 2 dividers. So in all, there's kind of 6 sides that you can display the pins on. And then also in the back, there's a little mesh pouch where you could put more things, even just backer cards, or I probably would put pin backs in here. But if you want, you can open it up just like a regular binder, and you can take out these sheets. I do know they have separate listings where you can get just these sheets and the center dividers. So I think material like this would be great to use even as eat-a-bag inserts, or even if you just have a whole bunch of your own binders, you can get just the sheets themselves and put them in there, and they'll function just about the same. The nice benefit to having something like this is that it's specifically designed to show off your pins. So I think I'm going to quickly put together a little pin display here. So I've just put in some pins here so you can see how they kind of fit and look in the display. These are the first 6 Crests of the Kingdom pins from Disneyland. They're incidentally also my 6 most recent pins. I just the other day decided to collect this series. I finally paid attention to these pins and was like, wow, these are really, really nice. And so I opted to go for them. So you can see how this nicely works as a way to display your pins and store them. And these are all very hefty pins, and they are not sagging at all. So they're in there pretty firmly, but they're not in there firm enough where it's going to damage the post. It's kind of just the right level. So I know Kraken Trade has available the Shark Tank. They also have a slightly smaller version with a clear front display. I think that's called the Fish Tank. And then I do think they also have a Pin Guppy, which doesn't have a front display and is, I think, yet a bit smaller. I know these items have been super popular, so right now I think they're just available as a pre-sale. I think the next wave of shipments should be coming around D23 time, so I'll link to the Kraken Trade website in the description if you want to take a closer look at all the different products they have available. But I'm just always super excited whenever there's kind of new pin products that come out. I think this is perfect if you're looking for like a really nice, high quality way to be able to store and display your pins. These also feel like they'd be perfect if you do go to any of the actual Disney trading events. I never get to go to any, so I'll just display my pins here at home, but they should work great for that purpose. So I'll probably now spend some time organizing my pins in this. I definitely have run out of room for what to do with my pins. So I think I'm going to use this to store some of my higher end traders. Not that I have too many of them, but I think they'll work really nicely in here. But thanks for watching!